In this video, I'll show you how to capitalize the first letter of each word in a given string. So this solution is a little bit, I guess, complex if you haven't seen it before, especially because it deals with some relatively complex regular expression, um, which is actually not that complex, but if you're seeing it for the first time, it might confuse you. So let's first start by setting up the problem that we're trying to solve. And to understand the problem, the best way to do it is just to code a few variables, and then I'll explain to you what's happening. So let's say we have a variable that has a name of matching substring. And let's say that the matching substring is how. Or actually, let's make it even simpler and let's make it ABC. And then the replacement substring is going to be XYZ. So we have a matching substring and a replacement substring. Next, we can say let str is equal to ABCDEF GHIJKL MNOP. Okay. Now I'm going to define replaced string variable, and I'm going to set it to the result of string.replace. The string.replace takes two values, matching substring as the first value and replacement substring as its second value, that is, the second parameter. And now let's just console.log the replaced string. And as you can see here, I get XYZ, DEF, etc. So we've taken the ABC and we've replaced it with XYZ. And in the string, we took the original string and we made a new variable, replaced string, where we added XYZ to the beginning of this substring, or actually replaced the substring of ABC with XYZ. All right, so that should be understandable. But what happens now when we have how as the matching substring and where as the replacement substring? And let's say, how are you today? We're going to get the replaced string with value of where are you today? Okay, so that also works. And this is where things are going to get a little bit complicated, but not too much, because basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some regular expressions and some arrow functions to make this implementation a bit more versatile and able to do more things. So let me first discuss one regular expression that goes as follows. First of all, the matching part of the regular expression goes in between these two slashes. And here I can say \w, capital S, asterisk, and then after the matching part, I can put lowercase g, which means global modifier, which which returns all matches. In other words, don't return after first match. Um, for you to be able to comprehend this more easily, I guess it would be beneficial to paste in some comments right here, just to reiterate what this thing does. So \w matches any word character, and it's the same as if we paste that in this piece of regex code. Then capital S matches any non-white space character, which is equivalent to this. The asterisk matches the previous token between 0 and unlimited times, as many times as possible, giving back as needed, which is referred to as greedy. And finally, we have this global modifier that I already discussed. So essentially what this regex does is basically if we put this as the matching substring, it's going to match globally, meaning it's going to match all occurrences for any word character, meaning a single character that can be an A to Z letter, or a capital A to capital Z letter, or a 0 to 9 number, or the underscore character, followed by any non-whitespace character. Okay, so now that I've described this, let's now code our function. So the function is going to look as follows. Function, uppercased first each word, and it's going to take a string. And inside of here, we're going to say let updated string is equal to str.replace. And remember, the string replace method takes two parameters, matching substring and replacement substring. So matching substring is going to be that regular expression that I've just shown you. So let's put it right here. And the replacement substring can be, let's say, the word hello, just for simplicity's sake for now. So now we're going to return updated string. And now when I console.log ucFirstWord, first each word, and I pass in, let's say, lorem ipsum $. So what that's going to do is, as you can see, it's going to replace everything with hello. Of course, we don't want to do that. So let's do something else. So we can change this with an arrow function. So basically, instead of just returning hello, we can have an arrow function that's going to do the same thing. So this is some kind of an intermediate step. However, we can do things even better. We can pass in an entire word, and then in this return part, we can run word.replace, where we'll replace the first character of each word. And what are we going to replace it with? Well, we'll replace it with character, and the replacement character is going to be character to uppercase. Okay, to uppercase. All right, so now what we get with this is when we pass in any kind of a sentence, each word in that sentence gets its first letter capitalized. So let's now just kind of clean this up to make it look better. So we can move this to the next line. So this is the, as we said, matching substring. So the matching substring is this first one. So let's say this is the matching substring. And here, this one is the replacement substring. So the second one is the replacement substring. So you got word, and then this entire thing right here is the replacement substring. Okay, but the replacement substring also has its own replacement, so that's what complicates things. So I'm not going to add these comments because that's just going to be, I guess, more confusing. And instead, let's just kind of organize it a little bit nicer. So this arrow function is going to return word replace, where it's finding the matching substring, the first letter, and it's replacing it with a replacement substring, which is the uppercase first letter. Okay, so that should be it. Let's just see if I've made a mistake somewhere, and I have. So the word right here is, I guess it's going to look like this. Okay, so this looks better, I think. To further improve this, I guess what we could also do is maybe change this regular expression, or actually put it in a variable. So let's say let matching substring is equal to this, and then we can put matching substring. Let's make it shorter. So let's say match, and here we're also going to say match. And now we can say let replace, and the replace is going to be basically this entire thing. So replace is this entire thing, which we can now also convert back to a single arrow, to a single line arrow function. So that's maybe going to make things simpler. And now replace. And let's say just replacement. Okay, so replacement and updated string. And now we can even improve it further. So string replace, match, replacement. And let's also simplify it further. We're just going to return string replace. And it still works. Is there any other way to further improve this code? Perhaps we can also change this here. So let's say let inner match equals, we're going to do that. And let's also say inner replace equals this function. Okay. And now we can go back in here and say word replace, inner match, inner replace. Okay. And what else we can do to make this better? Well, the match is never going to change, so we can set it to const. The inner match is also never going to change, so we can set that to const. Same with inner replace. And finally, so we have match here, replacement, inner match, and inner replace. And then we can return string replace of match and replacement. And I think this is now a pretty clean looking, and I would say maybe an obvious function that capitalizes the first letter of each word in a given string.